I'm Anna Maria and I work at the Red Tent Health Centre as a naturopath. So I do nutrition and herbal medicine. And I work with pregnant women. I work with post-pregnancy recovery for women and children's health. I had a personal experience with sea birth as a pregnant woman going into labour. And my experience was that I was looking for something to inform me about what was going to happen, because I felt like I was going into something that was very unknown. And although I had a lot of knowledge about it as a naturopath, it was still, the woman in me, the pregnant woman, wanted to know more. And so I actually went into the course full of fear, a lot of angst, thinking that how is it even possible? How can you birth a child? How is it possible to actually happen? And quite concerned. And after the course, I remember leaving. It was a whole weekend, and I remember leaving the last day, and I was like, it is no feeling in my body that this was the most natural thing that was about to happen. So in that weekend, I managed to shift my perspective entirely, completely. And that has just made me fall in love with the course. And I used all the tools that we got from the course through the labour, and the birthing plan, and everything helped me basically just to feel safe, protected, and I knew what was going to happen next. So I never went into fear. I never felt I was out of control, because I knew the different stages that Nadine tells you about, or the course explains to you. So I was very much in the know, and that meant that, that the labour and the birth were on my terms, and it was sort of a very natural progress. Yes, for me it was kind of I have a feeling that if I hadn't done the course, it would have been a very different experience, because I was induced, according to my obstetrician, it was a very difficult birth, and it was very long, and it could have gone very wrong. But the fact is that none of it happened, and I wonder how much of it was my own perspective. In regards to my clinic and my women that I send to sea birth and the women I see from sea birth, it's very much the same thing. Some women I see prior to going into the course, and they have that sort of standoffish, or just that uncertainty about what it all is. They're excited, but they're also, what is this? What's going to happen? And who could possibly tell me that this is a natural thing? And when I see them after the course, they're very much grounded. They know what's going to happen, and they're excited. And I think for me as a practitioner, and just as a fellow woman, I think it is the most wonderful thing that women can go into birth and labour and be empowered and grounded and do what they got to do, whatever way that is. I think it's extraordinary. I think it's very cool. So thumbs up. I think as much as for the woman to be informed, and I genuinely feel that this is something they can do, to have a birthing partner, whether it's the husband or the sister, whoever it may be, the birthing partner needs to be there, because they need to be as supportive and as grounded and as informed, because the woman goes through the hormones and the different adrenaline surges and oxytocin and different things that happens in the body, but the birthing partner doesn't have that. They might just see, a woman working really hard, huffing and puffing, but actually inside they're actually quite calm. It just looks very different from the outside. So for the partner, I think it's very important to participate in this, because they don't have to have the fear. They can come in there just as grounded, and together you're a much stronger team. I think for me it was hugely important to have my birthing partner as a very grounded, knowing what was going to happen, and just knowing how to support me through the different stages. Very, very important.